Hello everyone, my name is Almonte, and I will be going over my proposal for a middle school in Sunset Park. In the beginning of our semester, we put together precedent studies of things that were significant to our own middle school experiences. For me, the friends I made during the transition from elementary to middle school helped to create a memorable and fun few years in a new place. Most of the friends I made were not in the same classes as me, and instead they were made in the time between classes when walking to my next room. Some of the most interesting and unplanned events led to the beginning of a friendship which would last for years. Going off from that idea, our next assignment in the semester included the redesigning of a stair in order to create meaningful and unscripted actions from architecture alone. By creating a space where students, faculty, or both could mingle and grab some fresh air, new life was brought to this. Now there was much more chance of two or more people being set onto the same track from a coincidence of simply using the stair or sitting along it. By incorporating my overall precedent and the previous assignments, I designed this first iteration of the school, which focused on two main qualities. The first, a stair-ramp combination, which would lead into a sunken plaza, and the second being the incorporation of a protruding stair which engaged the outside and the inside of the school grounds. The outdoor stair quickly dominated the space and contested the indoor stair too much, so it was later removed. This outdoor stair has since shaped the rest of the space in which the school sits within, as well as influenced the exterior form of the building as well. The stair acts as a buffer zone between the private and the public, allowing for a semi-permeable space that does not simply block out the outside of the world, as a building built right up to the sidewalk normally does. Within this space, people of both the public and private school sectors can come together and interact in both meaningful and unintentional manners along the stairs or its connective ramps. When scaling down the stair, one enters a lowered space comparable to an oasis away from the loud and harsh streets above, allowing for nature and people to flourish and have their own place where vehicles do not disrupt. The form of the building reaches out from the lowest part of the site up and into 4th Avenue in an attempt to coerce people into the sunlit, sunken plaza in an inviting sense, rather than the plaza becoming a cold and dark place. The semi-transparent glass used on the main facade and its cantilever allow for a connection to the outside most schools tend to avoid in an attempt to protect what is within. This glass allows for both a protective barrier and a transparent medium where students can gaze outside whilst passers-by can glance into the school to see silhouettes of students and faculty going about their tasks. Another main theme driving the framework of the school is the incorporation of the topography of the Sunset Park area. The slope of the site is quite dramatic, with the northwest corner of the building being 7 to 8 feet lower than the northeast at a distance of about 100 feet. By using a topography map of the area, I modeled the recreation of the slope and the surrounding area of the site and incorporated it into the proposal. The slope was used here to directly create the form of the north side of the building by simply rotating the map and extruding it along the building's edges. The facade skin and the leaning qualities of the building itself are also influenced from the angle of that decline, both having the same 5-degree diagonal. Also, as the front of the building acts as a main entrance, the rear would be used as an indirect access point for janitors and/or food maintenance drivers and deliveries. The facade in this section will fold to create an opening and allow for access into the school. To the left of this secondary entrance inside is a maintenance elevator shaft where food supplies can be directly brought upstairs to the cafeteria. This cafeteria lies on the 3rd floor. This is the initial floor that uses the main cantilever that hangs over the site. Within is a sloped section where students can interact at any point throughout the school day and can also be used as a study hangout space. The slope is surfaced with a carpet texture to allow for more comfortable sitting and easier climbing to gain access to the views of the buildings outside and passers-by below. The school sees many different crowds during its day cycle, beginning with students gathering and waiting outside for the school doors to open in the morning. Later on, huddles of separate class sections including athletics, may go outside during regular school hours to learn outside and incorporate the outdoors into their learning. After school is dismissed, the school becomes a place where the public may enter into the site to go over neighborhood issues, watch performances, or grab a spot for a screening of a movie. The interior, while also transforming as the day progresses, is open from the bottom to the top floors, allowing for a connection between sectors. This, along with the planned mixing of grades amongst floors, helps to unify the school instead of students being separated by floor according to their respective grades. These are just some test models I made to help visualize the space.